Well, hello, my fellow manifestors, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous, and I'm well aware. I don't think I've ever brought you in my kitchen before, unless, of course, you've seen it on my other channel, Kimberly's Other Life. But why? Why is Kimberly bringing you in the kitchen as I am frying up chicken, preparing it for chicken riggies? Why would I put a video like this up on my manifestation channel? And here's why. As I was starting to put the chicken into the pan, a memory came. I remembered having a visual, and I'm wording it like that for a reason, having a visual of me doing this exact thing before my specific person was officially with me, officially living with me in this townhouse. And it was not a visual that I made sure to visualize every single night in sats or every single day at all. It wasn't. It was just something that popped up into my mind. Me standing in the kitchen, apron on, and making chicken riggies. And why chicken riggies? I don't know. I've only made it a few times, and I can tell you I've only ever made it while being in a relationship with him. But it was this specific scene. I don't know why. Why the red shirt? Why the black apron? I don't know why. When that original visual came to my mind, I wasn't trying to conjure up or force myself to think of anything. I was letting my imagination take off. And I wanted to make this little video to reassure any one of you that, number one, I think we're way too hard on ourselves if we forget to do our technique today, or if we didn't do it the word for word that we heard somebody else in a video tell us to do today. You're using your imagination all the time. And even a visual that I really didn't give a whole lot of focus on, the purpose of my visual. First of all, I don't even consider myself a natural visualizer. Conjuring up scenes is never anything that I would have ever claimed to be, oh, that's what I do. That's my technique of choice. If you've been around my channel, I've been here about 5 years or close to 5 years. I have never, close to 5 years on YouTube and the manifestation channel, not just 5 years manifesting. No. Been doing that a while. But my point, this was not something that I was putting a pressure on myself or making myself perfect the visual. No, it was just one day. Well, I was thinking about being the version of myself in the loving, fulfilling, committed relationship that I wanted to be experiencing with my specific person. I allowed my imagination to carry me away, and yours will too, all on its own if you let it. Now, what do I mean by letting it? I mean that when thoughts are coming in your mind, when fearful thoughts are coming in, that you don't start thrashing and trying to bash them away. You see them for what they are, especially if they're fears. You see them for what they are. They're just fearful thoughts. When you stop fighting thoughts like that, when you allow yourself to sincerely, consciously think about who you would be if you had what you were manifesting. So if you too were manifesting a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, like at the time I would think about who I would be in that relationship and what maybe a day in my life might look like living in that relationship. And if you're new to my channel, my outcome was I was manifesting the particular version of my person, the particular version of my relationship, and manifesting that we lived together. So when I was thinking about being that version of myself, I would allow my imagination to just keep going. The more you consciously make a choice to think about something, it's really You could call this affirming, right? It's like affirming with pictures. I want to think about me being in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. Your mind's going to throw you a picture. If your mind tries to pull you away, no, I just gently come back. What would a day in my life look like? For me, and especially back then, I would get something that represented YouTube. It was always different images. They were never the same every single time, but something that represented YouTube and what a YouTube vlog looked like. And I remember very clearly seeing the visual of me standing in the kitchen, black apron, red shirt. Now, do I know if it was exactly this shirt? No, but I only owned 2 red shirts, and I only owned one of them at the time I was visualizing for the sake of conversation. But I don't want to say that these details were on it, and I'm not sure. But I saw myself standing at the stove, mixing chicken, or frying chicken for chicken riggies. And I realized today, holy shite, I have the red shirt on, I've got the black apron on, and here I am, waiting for him to come home from work, and I'm cooking dinner for us. It wasn't something that I was stressed out over. It wasn't a particular moment that I was trying to desperately manifest. I wasn't manifesting to being able to cook chicken riggies in my kitchen with my specific person on the way home from work. No, I was seeing myself as who I would be and what I thought my life would look like if I was her now. And this is what my imagination brought me to. Your imagination will do the same. The more you make the decision to consciously think about, focus on what you're manifesting and who you would be as that person experiencing it, your imagination will come up with its own little ideas as well. Now, granted, I'm not telling you that you have to do that to manifest. I'm just letting you know that it worked for me. And it definitely was not a manifestation that I was stressing over. I would have told you back then, no, the manifestation that I was stressing over was the relationship. But in my time focusing on being the me in that relationship, that visual came to mind and it then manifested. So take it easy on yourselves. Try not to stress yourselves out. Know who you are. Know what your mind is, who your beingness is, and the power behind it. Your thought, your conscious thought, your heart's intention is the word of God. It is the promise of God. If you don't believe in God, insert the word you do. Universe, higher power, source energy, moonbeams, consciousness, pure unadulterated consciousness. Now, I gotta go stir that chicken. Who would you be right now in this moment? Who would you be if you were living the life you wanted with your desire right now? What would it look like? There's no rules to this. Thought something just flew out of me. Time to go. Who would you be if you were living that life right now? I'm interested to hear what visuals you have. You ought to write it down and see if they end up showing up in your reality, just like they did in mine. So, to my channel members, to my exclusive lives channel members, to everyone else, if you're ever thinking about joining one of my channel memberships, if you want that extra weekly support or to hang out with people that believe in the same kind of stuff that you do, join one of the memberships. I highly encourage you to join the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors, because that's the group that gives you access to all the groups. But we're going to put the highlight on the exclusive lives. That is the group where we talk about success stories and tips and tricks only. No circumstances, no whining, none of that stuff in the exclusive lives. It is an uplifting, fun, zhuzh group. We have a fun every time we have the group. It's usually held on Tuesday evenings. I had to reschedule it this week. So we're having it tonight. So if you've ever thought about joining, tonight would be a great time because we're getting together at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you do join, I will be putting a post up in a little while that will have the Zoom link to join the meeting. And it's also the place to let me know that you have something to share in the comments below. All right, I better stop talking. That chicken's been going for a bit. I got to turn it. I love you all. I'll see you all. Exclusive live channel members, I'll see you in a couple hours. And to my hot seat channel members, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And to everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow.